Welcome to NetWitness 12.4 New Features Training. In this video, we will discuss the NetWitness Platform OS migration. Today, we will get through the process of the Platform OS migration and how the upgrade process is being handled. So as most of you know, CentOS 7 end of life is from June 2024. And the NetWitness platform will be migrating to Alma Linux. The OS migration process had a transition, and this diagram is a comparison between the process of migration from 10x to 11, which was the migration to CentOS 7, and now the migration from CentOS 7 to Alma Linux 8. The CentOS 7 required a backup and restore approach to the migration, where all the data was backed up using a backup script and restored post-upgrade. It also required the appliance to be reimaged in order to be booted up with the new OS. Only CLI mode of upgrade was supported during that migration, and each different platform, like hardware, ESXi, AWS, and Azure, required a separate set of migration steps and independent scripts, and each of those was handled separately. But now with the new OS migration approach from CentOS 7 to CentOS 8, the process is completely in place, which we call as in-place upgrades. We enlist the use of a LEAP framework that operates migration from CentOS to Alma. Hence, a backup and restorage approach would not be required. This also does not require any reimage process for the appliances. Also, through the LEAP migrator, we are extending support for migration through the UI, as well as the CLI upgrades. Moreover, the upgrade process, or the experience for the customer, is not going to be partially different from how it has been with the regular NetWitness upgrades. With this process, we have achieved an OS migration and upgrade which is approximately 3 times quicker than it was with the 10x migrations. So what actually happens in the background of the OS migration? This slide here explains the details of the experience that the customer would have with the Alma migration. As you can see here, the modes of upgrades that are supported are completely in place. We would be supporting the UI upgrades from the hosts page, and a UI upgrade from offline, which is a hybrid between an offline mode and through the UI, as well as a completely CLI-based approach as well. So once the upgrade is triggered by the user, the upgrade process takes place in 2 distinct stages. The first stage is the completion of the base OS migration from CentOS 7 to CentOS 8, followed by a regular NetWitness upgrade where each of the services and the components upgrade from 12.3 or 12.2 to 12.4. Once the upgrade is triggered, the LEAP framework processes the upgrade in a containerized form, where it boots up the Alma Linux kernel inside a container. Once this migration is successful, it would then proceed to perform the NetWitness upgrade, where each of the individual components on NetWitness would continue to upgrade as they would in any other context. There's also a failsafe in place, thanks to the LEAP framework, where if there are any hiccups with the LEAP upgrade process, it would not proceed to the NW upgrades, but it would go into a failsafe and re-trigger the OS upgrade. This would happen until we get a successful state from the OS migration. As we stand today, we have completed the process of fresh installs for Alma, both for the admin server as well as for all the Node X categories. Once the upgrade process is completely in place, then, once the upgrade is triggered, there are 2 stages. As I previously mentioned, the first stage involves the extraction of the OS, RSA, and pre-upgrade repos before the upgrade. Once this is complete, the first module that does get upgraded is the salt. Upgrading the salt, one dir as a single directory salt. Once the upgrade is successful, proceed to disable the NetWitness services and install the DNF and LEAP packages. The LEAP framework would then perform a pre-upgrade to verify all the prerequisites are in place. It would perform a set of pre-upgrade checks. Once the pre-upgrade checks are successful, proceed to upgrade the OS. Then we proceed to stage 2 of the upgrades, where the LEAP upgrades CentOS 7 to CentOS 8, following which the NetWitness Migrate actor would install all of your NetWitness RPMs. It would upgrade the NetWitness RPMs, and also migrate all of the custom NetWitness settings from the previous version to 12.4. This stage would also enable all of your NetWitness services. Once this migration is successful, the NetWitness configuration will be updated, and all of the NetWitness services will be enabled. The final stage of this successful upgrade would be to remove all of the Enterprise Linux 7 RPMs. And that would completely finish the OS migration from CentOS 7 to CentOS 8, along with a successful upgrade from the previous version to NetWitness version 12.4. A couple of points to note here is that the upgrade to NetWitness version 12.4 would only be supported from versions 12.2 and later. For anything older than version 12.2, customer would have to perform a jump to version 12.2 or later and then proceed to upgrade to version 12.4. Subsequently, it is also advised that the customer performs pre-upgrade checks using the NetWitness PreCheck tool to ensure that the system is in a healthy state to support this upgrade process. There is another video that will include a demo of how this upgrade process is handled and how the look of the NetWitness platform would be during this upgrade process. Thank you.